ASMR, and today I'm doing a video request from, oh my bad, I cannot remember who requested this, but it was one of my comments talking about I should talk about fake personalities, which is a topic that is near and dear to me, I guess you could say. So, no problem talking about that. Thank you for the video request, and I think there's a couple different ways to approach that topic, because there's a couple different ways that people can have fake personalities. I'm going to talk about first my experience with fake personalities. Now, me myself, I used to kind of be like that, you know what I mean? I used to kind of put on a front depending on who I was talking to, because I think I've mentioned this in other videos before, but I wanted the approval of other people, and I wanted other people to like me a lot. So that meant that I would kind of mention certain types of things that I thought that a certain person would want to hear, and I wouldn't say other things about myself, or I would kind of downplay or maybe even just straight up lie about something just because I thought that that would make the other person not hate me. It's also came out of a fear of judgment slash, I guess you could say, bullying, because I guess some people used to treat me a little weird back in the day, but it don't really matter now. But yeah, so I used to kind of act different. Like, for example, let's say I'm talking to somebody that I know from school who I think is pretty cool, you know what I mean? I'm gonna think about their interests, you know what I mean? And I'm gonna try and kind of, I don't want to say mention them, but I'm gonna think based off of their interests and what they like, with certain things about themselves that I can't mention. And if they don't like something, or if they do like something, I won't necessarily say that I do or don't like that thing, which at the time I thought that was the way to interact, but definitely not the way to interact. Definitely not the way to interact, because if anything, that kind of makes people think you're a little weird. I mean, maybe some people will think you're cool or something, but I don't agree with that, because, you know, disagreement is in human nature, and if you're super agreeable all the time, that can kind of almost come off as a red flag, you know what I mean? So, it, you know, you don't really seem real, you kind of seem fake, just based off of that, and yeah, that's what tends to happen with that, and it's not going to give you the results that you want, so don't do that. But the second way that this topic could be covered is, and basically the main point of this video, I guess you could say, would be fake personalities in other people, you know what I mean, that they use to their advantage against you. So that would mean, like, somebody being pretty nice to you, you know what I mean, but they don't really like you very much. It's like they want to get something from you, you know what I mean? This has also happened to me a couple different times, in a lot of different ways. It can be really weird sometimes. You know, there was this one dude I used to know. A lot of times he was an asshole all the time to me, you know, he had a rough life, so it would suck to, it sucked that I really didn't like him, because I know how rough his life was, but at the same time, I just, oh my god, dude was on my dick all the time. Pause. Basically, I don't know what type of people watch these videos, so I don't know who understands the type of slang that I normally use. So, what I mean by that is, he was very annoying to me, because he liked to get on my back about things that I did, or honestly, anything I did, sometimes I would just do something and he just saw it as wrong. But that was back in my approval from other people phases. So if I saw certain characteristics in people that I wanted to have for myself or I thought were pretty cool, then I would see those people as kind of above me, you know what I mean? So I would always want their approval, and if I thought I was getting their approval, that would make me feel so good. So he always made me feel horrible because I wanted his approval so badly, and I never got it, except for when he needed something from me. So, you know, I wasn't the smartest kid in school, but I did my work. Probably more than a lot of people did. I didn't ask for answers that much. Everybody asks for answers in high school. If anybody's going into high school watching this, get used to that. But I remember, because like I said, he had a rough life, so sometimes I guess he wouldn't have time to do his work and stuff like that. So he would ask me a lot of times, and back in my people-pleasing days, I would tend to do it. And the way he treated me while trying to get my work and after getting it, night and day compared to another day, you know what I mean? He'll be all nice and stuff, talking about this, that, and the third, and like call me brother and shit like that. Like, bro, shut the fuck up, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was today. Well, I used to lie sometimes. I'll be like, nah, I didn't do it, but I did do it. I just didn't want to give him the shit because dude was really annoying. But yeah, he was always asking for some stuff, and I remember this time it was trying to remember. There was a deadline coming up. It was like the deadline of the semester or something like that, and he asked me for like 10 things in a row, bro. It was like a bunch of stuff. And the fool I was, I gave him like a lot of it, you know what I mean? Or at least what I had, because I kind of felt bad. I don't know what it was, but he was all like, man, please help me, man, whatever, this, that, and the third, you know, whatever, you know what I mean? And it's just like, when people do those things to you, man, you gotta remember, they're literally being fake to you, bro. That's fake personalities right there. That's the fake personality that they're putting on, you know what I'm saying? And that example wasn't the best because a lot of times he wasn't fake, but there'll be people like that are like that all the time, all the time, all the time. You know what I mean? Like, it just, it really is really annoying because sometimes you meet someone right off the bat, they're like that because I know a lot of people, not a lot of people, I know a couple people that see other people as a means to an end instead of an end in and of themselves. I learned that from a class I took. That basically means they need you to get to a certain goal, so they'll see you as a way to get to that goal, and that's not how you're supposed to treat people. So they'll be like, and some of these people that I know that do this are really cool. It's just I wish they didn't do this, but like they'll talk about how they have connections with certain people. Well, one of the people I know who does this doesn't. He doesn't say this out loud, but I know he does it because I know he only talks to me because he could get stuff from me. But yeah, another person I know openly admitted this. They said sometimes you gotta know somebody because you know you gotta keep them a certain distance away. Like if they want to do a certain thing, be like nah, but still keep them close because then you can get certain things from them. And I don't think you should treat people like that. But that's what fake people, or at least fake people in some aspects, will do. You know what I mean? And another guy I knew, I use a lot of examples, if you couldn't tell, but I think examples are a great way to illustrate a point or to explain something. You can learn from my experiences, which I'm not very old, so you would think I'd have not that many experiences, but I It's just, I don't think, I think I understood why he needed me around, or at least he felt that he needed me around, you know what I mean? And that's what a lot of people do. That's what I think these fake personalities are used for now. When it comes to identifying a fake personality, that's kind of like the example I just gave. That's kind of what it is. You know, sometimes you don't really vibe with another person very well. Sometimes you don't have the flow, but yet they still will make an effort to do something and think about what they want. You know what I mean? And it's hard to know. A lot of times you're never really going to know, but at the same time you can think about it, you know, and to be wary of what a person's true intentions could be, and try not to get too close to people too quickly. You know what I mean? I see that a lot. I see that so much, especially in college. When you're in college and you live on campus, which I don't, but when you live on campus, you're expected to, you know, oh, I can't wait to have my friends, and I want to have a big friend group, and yada yada yada, which is good and everything, but what I observed is that a lot of these people make these connections really quickly, really quickly. You don't even know who you really know, you know, and I mean, that can be nice, you know, you're not alone, but you learn the true nature of a person sometimes, you know, and learn that they aren't who you thought you were, who you thought they were, and that can be really dumbfounding sometimes. Yeah, really dumbfounding, really surprising. You know what I mean? Uh, that's like the start of a horror story sometimes too, because you don't even know who you're really meeting. That's why I've always been wary of making connections too quickly, and that's why I've always liked to keep my circle small, because the smaller your circle is, the more interconnected these people are. You know what I mean? Like, I had a job, and at this job there was this girl I knew who was in this big friend group. Big friend groups are not even really friend groups, they're just groups of people that have formed their own social circle, which have many social circles within them. You know what I mean? Because half of those people don't even know each other. That's a lot of things you'll see in college. And oh my gosh, it's the perfect time to make a college preparation video. I'm totally gonna make that next. I might even record it right after this, depending on how I'm feeling. I almost fell asleep before filming this, but I had to get a video out anyway. So yeah, this one girl and this other girl that I knew, they became really close, and they were friends and all that. Then they're besties, you know what I mean? I see that a lot with girls more than guys. They'll become super close super quick, and then they'll have a falling out because of something. And this girl, her friend ended up like sleeping with her guy or something like that. And I just recorded like this entire video because I had about 5 minutes more on this video, and I went to go stop the recording on my phone, and turns out I ran out of storage on my phone. It's really weird. Um, so I missed the last 5 minutes, which were a pretty good 5 minutes if you should ask me, but I mean, that's too bad. Anyway, what I was saying was I knew this girl that her friend ended up fucking her guy or something like that, and yeah, I think the point I was trying to make was that, let me double check I'm recording. Yes, I am. Okay. Yeah, the point was that, yeah, you don't really know these people sometimes, you know, sometimes people can just be a lot more bad than you realize, and that just goes to show that you gotta know who you're knowing, because some people will just be kind of fake, you know what I mean? And yeah, I think you can also end up being fake yourself without even realizing it, and maybe that's exactly why other people end up being fake, but I know there can be a lot of malice intent. And I know some of y'all watching this, probably think the same thing, you know. I don't know if I mentioned that before I stopped recording or not, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned how I knew some folk who kind of like to use people to gain things, you know what I mean? And I don't think that's necessarily the best way to do it, you know, because to any of you that actually do that, you know, you can't be doing that because they're people just like you know what I mean? They're no better or worse than you, and when you're doing that, I think that ends up dehumanizing other people in your mind, and you start to think that everybody else is almost like a tool, you know what I mean? But they're still humans because you wouldn't want to be used as a tool, so why would somebody else want to be used as a tool, you know what I mean? So, there's that. We'll check again. Okay. I've got a lot of clearing up of photos to do today. Well, tonight. Well, this morning. It's about 4 a.m. right now. Record really late. But, it's about all I really had to say about this topic. I hope that made sense. I wish I had the original end of this video, but I don't. Sorry. But yeah, basically, you know, be yourself. That's basically it. That's the moral of the story. Be yourself. And watch out for other people. Because these giant social circles that you can be in, you know, it can be very hard to know who you really know. And some people will just try to use you as a tool to get to something else, you know what I mean? And it's messed up, but it's true, so be wary. Don't rush into things. My next video, I'm probably going to talk about the beginning of college, and I think that I'll cover this topic a little bit more, but whoever recommended this, thank you for recommending this. I really appreciate that. You've commented before a lot too. Oh, Quest, it was you, Quest. I hope you're watching this so you know that I remembered your name. Yes, but yeah, you've commented, you've actually been around, you've been here since before I shifted, and you stayed. Thank you for that. I don't know any of the other any of the other people that watch me that have still stayed, but I appreciate that. That's about it though. Yeah, thanks for watching. Might be trying a new mic soon. We'll see. The new mic would actually be the old mic that I used to use, but the wire on it is really weird because the mic is so incredibly sensitive that if I move the mic even a little bit, you can pick up the wire and it picks up the squeaking and